International Organization for Migration pat Nigeria on the back for strikes in migration governance and disaster preparedness.
You cannot divorce challenges of immigration.
And all is set for 4th AU MSME Forum as Nigeria plays host. Nigerian military gear up on security in the north central region with more combat equipment. Hello and thank you for joining us. This is the news on NTA News 24 at 11, and I am Charles Alpha. On a rather solemn note, we begin as a special session was held in Friday's Jumat prayer at the Ansarudeen Mosque, Abuja, in memory of the late Alhaja Bibatu Magaji, mother of President Bola Tinubu. The president and other top government functionaries attended the prayer. State House correspondent Musbal Den Wahab has more.
Vice President Kashim Shettima, some state governors led by their chairman Abdurrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State joined President Tinubu for the special prayer. A day to remember a grassroots mobilizer of repute, Alhaja Bibatu Mogaji, who passed on 12 years ago. This certainly brings a moment of reflection for the president. The chief imam of the mosque, Professor Musa Olaofe, aptly chose a topic for the prayer, the role of a mother in Islam. With sacrifices they make, the imam described mothers as supportive pillars to their children, as late Abibatu so demonstrated to President Bola Tinubu. He admonished the faithful to value, respect and care for their mothers as prescribed in the teaching of Prophet Muhammad, peace upon him.
And we have commanded people to honor their parents. Their mothers bore them through hardship upon hardship, and their winning takes 2 years. So be grateful to me and your parents. Anytime, any day, don't forget that your mother will remain your mother. It's also reported to have encouraged Muslims to marry virtuous women in order to have virtuous children. We are celebrating not a common mother, a woman that is a philanthropist by excellence.
Representatives of various Islamic groups took turns and prayed for the late Alhaja Bibatu Mogaji, President Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, and other senior government officials, and indeed for a more peaceful and greater Nigeria in unity.
A leader amiable, capable, intelligent, full of wisdom, and has given us Ahmed Bola Tinubu with due respect, our president. May Allah elevate your life. May Allah give you peace of mind. May Allah continue to protect you from all evils. May Almighty Allah be there for you all the time. Nigeria will be more greater in your tenure. Nigeria will be more peaceful in your tenure.
Late Alhaja Bibatu Mogaji, a respected grassroots mobilizer, was the Yaloja general till she departed in 2013 at 96.
Allahu Akbar.
In Abuja, Musbal and Wahab, NT News.
The International Organization for Migration has commended Nigeria's significant strides in migration governance and disaster preparedness as Vice President Kashim Shettima called for enhanced partnership to address the humanitarian challenges facing crisis-affected regions across the country. He stated this during a courtesy visit by a delegation from the IOM led by its chief of mission in Nigeria, Sharon Demanche, at the presidential villa. The State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports that Vice President Kashim Shettima called for practical and inclusive solutions to the complex intersection of migration, poverty, conflict, and ecological distribution. He decried poverty, illiteracy, and environmental degradation, fueling displacement and insecurity across several regions, urging the IOM to scale support for gender empowerment and land reclamation efforts, particularly in areas affected by deforestation and displacement.
Challenges of immigration, migration, from climate-induced effects. Even the crisis in the northeast, the northwest, and the north central, there is direct correlation between poverty and violence. So I'm quite glad with your initiative for a much more pragmatic and all-inclusive solution to our challenges.
I would like to request maybe an initiative, a special initiative where we can co-work with your office and see how can we mobilize resources and looking into more durable solutions on innovation, youth empowerment, and climate resilience.
IOM Nigeria Chief of Mission praised Nigeria's ongoing efforts in migration governance and disaster preparedness, noting that the diversity of the country presents both challenges and opportunities for tailored interventions. And delegations from 50 African countries will converge on Abuja Monday, 23rd of June to address challenges affecting small businesses, particularly affordable financing, enhancing digital transformation, and improving market access. Deputy Chief of Staff to the President, Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja, disclosed this on Friday during a press conference at the Presidential Villa in Abuja, noting that the goal is to empower small businesses by strengthening policies on MSMEs development, calling on key players in the small-scale business subsector in Nigeria to leverage the platform provided by the forum to build new network for investments and market access across Africa and beyond.
The principal objective has always been to empower micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises, develop intra-African value chains, and strengthen policies on MSME development through fostering strategic partnerships that will eventually empower MSMEs to thrive on the continent.
This SME summit is our way of showing that it's not just that the small and medium enterprises can thrive here, it's also an indication that there's a progression that Nigeria is doing towards attracting the world to come to Nigeria and do business, and to show that Nigeria is not just that country where you think that are just scammers or 419ers or people who are doing drug peddling and all that. You can come here, collaborate, do your business, repatriate your funds, and go back. I think it is the first pedestal of opening up our economy for the entire world to see.
They did not make a mistake by asking Nigeria to host this. We are 237 million people. There are over 30 million MSMEs. In Africa alone, there are 60 something million MSMEs. Half of them are domiciled here. Nigeria is 3% of the world population. So, and Nigeria is 16.8% of African population. So basically speaking, they're in the right place, and we are ready.
The opening ceremony of the event holds on June 23 at the State House Banquet Hall, Abuja, while the technical meetings and product exhibition will be held at the Abuja Continental Hotel from June 24 to 26. And the grand finale and MSME Awards will be held at the State House Banquet Hall. The inaugural West African Economic Summit has officially commenced in Abuja, with regional leaders urged to revise the ECOWAS protocol on free movement and eliminate non-tariff barriers to unlock the full potential of intra-regional trade. The call was made by Foreign Affairs and Trade and Investment Ministers during the summit's opening ceremony an initiative of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu hosted by Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Garba Natala reports.
Nigeria and its neighbors are rewriting the rules of trade, transforming West Africa into the continent's most dynamic economic hub. And as this historic summit reveals, the blueprint hinges on African Continental Free Trade Area to strengthen a single market for goods and services across Africa, boost intra-regional trade, as well as create an efficient digital economy.
Let this summit not be just another meeting, but a turning point, a moment of collective resolve to translate potential into prosperity.
We must support businesses not only to survive, but to grow across borders, and that means investing in infrastructure, ports, logistics corridors, and digital platforms that power seamless trade, access to finance, especially for women and youth-led enterprises that are often excluded from credit systems, trade intelligence and data to help producers understand regional demand, pricing, and market opportunities.
In an exchange of ideas, having the Minister of Trade among the panelists underscored the need for robust implementation, renewable energy partnerships, expansion of infrastructures. But the real game changer is a unified tariff regime the leaders here agreed to power seamless trade and safeguard investments. And they observed that Nigeria's adoption of intra-African air cargo corridor in May has become an enabler to accelerating Nigerian exports. Expectations are high as participants recognize the goals of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to uplift not only Nigeria but the whole of the region.
Some of the provisions of the ECOWAS Treaty, especially the rules of origin clause, that I know very well, is being abused by smugglers. And I'll give you an example. There are smugglers, well-known, well-heeled, well-connected, who bring in palm oil from Asia. They come and berth along the coast of West Africa, rebottle, as it were, and then take advantage of the rules of origin clause, claim that it is produced in this West African neighbor, ECOWAS member, and then smuggle into Nigeria, stymieing and frustrating our attempt at becoming or re-entering, restoring our primacy in palm oil production.
One summit, though, won't fix decades of barriers, but for the first time, West Africa has risen to global uncertainties grappling the continent. In Abuja, Garba Muhammad Atala, NTA News.
But we'll take a quick break now. Please do stay with us. More reports ahead.
In the heart of Africa, where the sun rises over the savannah, a region rich in potential, Abuja, Nigeria, hosts the West African Economic Summit, WISE 2025. This edition promises to be a milestone event, shaping the future of West Africa's economy. Under the chairmanship of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, WISE 2025 is a testament to Nigeria's commitment to regional integration and economic development. With the theme, Unlocking Trade and Investment Opportunities in the Region, this summit will unlock new opportunities for growth and prosperity. Join us at the luxuriant Ahmed Bola Tinubu International Conference Center, June the 20th to the 21st, 2025, as we forge new partnerships, drive innovation, and chart a new course for West Africa's economic future. Registration is ongoing. Be part of this pivotal moment, shaping the future of West Africa's economy. Join the conversation, build the future. Assisted by Ambassador Bianca Odumegwu-Ojukwu, the summit convener, His Excellency Ambassador Yusuf Meitamatuga, OON, Minister of Foreign Affairs. Join us at WISE 2025 and be part of shaping West Africa's economic future. West African Economic Summit, WISE 2025, Abuja, Nigeria, where leadership meets opportunity, where West Africa's economic potential meets opportunity.
Thank you very much for staying with us. Moving on now, the newly constructed arterial road 5 of Bafemi Awolowo Way by Life Camp Junction connecting Ring Road 3 has been opened for motoring public. This followed the inauguration of the project by President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Senator George Akume. Nozi Yakubu has details of that report.
The inaugurated M5 Obafemi Awolowo Way from the Life Camp Junction connecting Ring Road 3 is a major intercity road that traverses different communities. It is an 8-lane dual carriageway that is being constructed in phases, with the first phase terminating at Dakwe district.
The arterial road M5 starts from the Central Business District, just by the Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center, passes by the NNPC Towers and traverses through Wuse District, just by Wuse Market. That is in phase 1. It continues through Utabo and Jabi districts in phase 2, and on to Warimpa and Dape districts in phase 3. Future developments will extend the road up to phase 4.
FCT Minister Yeson Wike discloses compensation has been paid to the affected communities, which paved way for smooth construction of the project. He commends President Bola Tinubu and the National Assembly for their support. President Bola Tinubu, represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, George Akume, while commending the FCT Minister, urges the benefiting communities and other road users to use the road wisely and own it by protecting the critical infrastructure provided.
I sincerely commend the FCT Minister, Barrister Nelson Wike, the entire FCT administration, and the residents and stakeholders who have been integral to this project.
In another development, the FCT Minister has interfaced with members of Apple Traders Association and made a public declaration of relocating them to a new site in Wassa, with a pledge to visit the new site on Friday, with the aim of providing infrastructure preparatory to moving them to their permanent site. Onoze Yakubu, NTA News.
Nigeria Social Insurance Trust Fund is urging all employers of labor to enroll into the employees' compensation scheme and fulfill their obligations so that more people can benefit from its essential safety net. The managing director of the Social Security Trust Fund, who was represented by the executive director of operations, Mojisola Ali Macaulay, made the appeal when the fund presented a check of 18.6 million naira as death benefit to the family of an employee who died in the course of official duty. He says the check presentation highlights the importance of the employer's role in contributing towards protecting their employees and their dependents, as well as the success of the scheme. The Trust Fund boss called for a proactive approach to reporting work-related injury or disease within the stipulated time limits to avoid penalties, while also supporting the fund in enlightenment of the ideals and benefits of the scheme to other stakeholders. The deceased was a staff of Planned Parenthood Federation of Nigeria who was involved in a road traffic accident while on his way from work. Now, the All Progressive All is now set for the formal grand reception to honor Akwa Ibom State Governor Umar Eno into the All Progressives Congress APC. The event, which is scheduled to hold at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium, will be graced by President Bola Tinubu, Vice President Kashim Shettima, the executive, and other stakeholders of the APC. Oko Pena reports.
Planned grand reception in honor of Governor Moino is a rally to formally celebrate his defection to the All Progressives Congress. former senior special assistant to former President Muhammadu Buhari on Niger Delta affairs, Senator Itainang, says President Bola Tinubu is expected to lead the rally.
This is an opportunity for the formal reception of him into the APC family by the leader of the party, the chairman of the party, and by all. He's also taken steps to register with his ward in of the party, because that is where it all begins.
Owing to some concerns that there is likely to be an internal crisis in the APC in Akwa Ibom State, arising from defections into the party and need for dominance as a result of the increase in membership, Senator Enang says there will be no such incidents as the party has the capacity to accommodate all and its structures.
We don't anticipate that we'll have fracas. We will have understanding. At every time that there appears to be a break in communication, we will re-establish communication and move on as APC. It is intended to rally the people around, to rally all the governors, to rally the entire APC, PDP, and all the political class and the electorate in Akwa Ibom, and to let them know that Akwa Ibom State, the entire South, has fallen into the hands of the President Tinubu-led All Progressives Congress.
Akwa Ibom State Governor Omoino, on the 6th of June 2025, defected from the People's Democratic Party to the All Progressives Congress, APC, in Uyo, Oku, Ekpeyong, NTA News.
Leaders across several support groups on the platform of the governing All Progressive Congress APC have organized a service of songs in honor of a dedicated and committed member of the party who died recently, Jesu Tega Onokpasa. The leaders who converge on Unity Fountain Abuja read from several chapters of the Bible and offered prayers for the repose of the soul of the deceased, and gave account of the life and times of the true party man. The leaders described the late Jesu Tega as a gallant foot soldier of the All Progressives Congress, especially during the presidential campaign of 2023, and appealed for support to the believed family members.
Friends who are from support groups have organized it on their own, out of friendship, out of love for him, and we continue to do that, and we shouldn't lose hope.
Barrister Jesu Tega Onokpasa should be remembered. Barrister should be given a befitting burial.
Till his dying moment, he was still loving Asiwaju.
Yeah, we see him on TV. Sometimes he will even send us the video. And I commend him. This is nice, bros. Yeah. But then, God knows best.
Thank you very much.
Before the demise of the political juggernauts, he was active on various platforms to defend the policies and programs of the APC in the media, and continued to play significant roles until his prolonged illness and sudden demise. And this is where we end the news. Many thanks for being part of it. I am Charles Alpha. Thank you for watching.